Okay, let's go. All right, hero comics, here next is hero comics, transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail, basically me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and DeviantArt. There are responsive comments I made against the deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning: if you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off the video, and go watch something else. Do not lie and say there's hate speech in my videos, because there is no hate speech in my videos. It's speech of hate. That's their story. Let's see here. Also good to get vaccinated. Helps stop spread of germs. I got vaccinated for COVID a while ago. That helped me already stronger against COVID. I got vaccinated against the flu a while ago. That helped my body against the flu. So that's good. Let me get vaccinated. Let's continue. I guess continue with more. Eventually, continue with more comments. People who are hating on, who are getting things wrong in the comment sections, and we try to say about versus basic biology and get to talk about that. Let's continue on here. First with some non-safe for work fan art. I really want to get that wall of text because that was a legendary one. Yeah. But now we have more Candace. And we see I think Candace about to get impregnated by a dude with a very chubby penis. Very nice. See Candace with sperm come with semen on her face. So watch her eyes go. Candace with a very large, her butt is accentuated. Yeah, very tight panties there. See your vulva, very nice. Yeah, another one with a different situation of her butt there. And you see Candace with Stacy and this other girl. All three kissing this massive penis. With very different hairstyles than usual. Very interesting. That must have been like a musical number. Candace getting sperm in the wrong hole, or a hole, so yep, that's a problem there. Let's see on here. Yep. Well, that's not right. No. We see some very shiny Candace, Stacey, and Vanessa showing off their beautiful bodies. Yep, very nice. Candace, Vanessa, and Stacey showing off their breasts. Three different sizes. Very nice as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, the busted one, the cops one, they're like Candace and Stacy are basically lying on top of each other. You're busted. I bust. I bust. Very skinny, very kind of emaciated looking Candace there. Yeah, she definitely needs to stay well fed there. Candace getting impregnated by a dude whose penis is in her vulva, in her vagina there. Just semen all over her body. Very nice. There are three dudes spraying semen at her. Yeah. One where there's a butt plug in her a-hole, which is what's supposed to go in there. And then a penis in her vagina. Very nice. Another one where she's getting impregnated. And semen is on her face, on her chin there. Very nice. Three different kinds. Yeah, the black dude, white dude, maybe Hispanic dude. I don't know. You can't really see their faces, but you can see their bodies. Getting impregnated by one of them. It's getting sprayed on by the others. Very nice. Yeah. Let's continue on with our not safe word fan art here. No, continue on with more hate mail. Back to the wall of text. All his job this free time to spend consecutive hours fusing your body with sweat to that chair and lack of subscribers for YouTube, even to be a stream of income, reads me that you have insufficient funds. That's wrong. I'm going to assume that you're on the internet so often, speaking into your solo echo chamber that is not solo, that I have to ask you have gone outside within the last decade, because of course they ask that. But I may put up with the house arrest for being too much of a biohazard through lies. You like DeviantArt. Need I say more? Yes, you do. There are great artists on DeviantArt. Great artists on DeviantArt. There's some stuff that some people don't like because, of course, it's showing off that a male is sexually attracted to a female, and that sucks for them. But that's how it is. Next, your obsession with trans people is something that you should seriously be put on a watch list for through lies. You keep telling them the truth over and over again. You keep following what the Bible says to preach the gospel to every creature. But don't watch this. Nope. Let's see here. You're not the only named. You not only named your online persona after them, also have amassed 7,830 minutes talking about trans people. That's just what I can confirm from this one series. Wow. Very obsessive. You call me obsessed. And for the love of God, don't get me started on how you talk at such an unintelligible speed. It's always like, there's someone was actually able to process your words with a reasonable time. They generally ask if you're in need of help through lies. Also, you have a short or quick when you talk, when you're sort of reflection in the end, or say this. And if I actually enjoyed what you were saying, I'll find it endearing. But sadly, you are trapped in rhetoric that's true. That is gravely harmful because it's true. And turning stuff into shard is crap into shard is as much of an upgrade. I'm about to be sincere here. I mean, I have been the whole time, but I will admit I was mean. I was mean spirited, and I was sincere in that spirit. This is some stroke of kindness where I truly ask you to go outside through lies. Go outside through lies, basically. Be kind to people through lies. Leave your prejudices of truth at home and do something to help someone through lies. Compliment somebody for no reason other than to brighten their day. Go for a walk and see all of other people's individual lives and the joy they get from it through lies. See how happy these people are to step outside and be their full selves through lies. Be human and recognize others as human and appreciate the fact that you are all sharing a space together. And click more wall of text. And think about how you would like to live freely through lies. And they probably do as well through lies. So why should your freedom and comfortability come at the expense of theirs through lies or through truth? Can we not create a world where every rule and stipulation is meant to be benefit and uplift through lies? Where the systems are made to enforce this balance between everybody instead of leaning in favor of those who built, bought, and tipped the scale in the first place through lies? Because of slavery and all kinds of other conspiracy theories. Oh my gosh. I say, someone says, poor cat. Poor cat. Someone says, because they see my cat. I'm like, yeah, she's fine. And then I say, sorry, but the truth hurts, and it's important to tell it. You will need to stop lying about biological sex and prefer pronouns instead of clothing, injected hormones, and genital mutilating surgeries. They need to learn to trust God and that He gave them the bodies they're supposed to have. Read more. Dang it. And I say, as for college degrees, stuff like that, I have none. And you need to tell the truth. You can Google male and female biology, and you can also Google Bible verses that say the lying is wrong. When a person born with testicles, male says a female, woman, girl, he is lying. When a person born with ovaries, female says she is a male, man, boy, she is lying. And lying lips are abomination to the Lord, that they did to true delight. Verse 12:22. I'll give a link. Clinic.health testicles. This is male. Cancer government publication dictionary. Cancer terms definition of ovarian. This is female. People have to stop lying about their biological sex. Yeah, so it's an F New Rocksteady. Let camouflage take over Arkham. I wish they did. They're gone now. Shadows. Shadow is easily the best Arkham product since Night. And actually, it's a lot of story exists that have come up over the series. Yeah, I say F right. That's true. But because camouflage is gone, so hopefully New Rocksteady will do some Rocksteady things. I'm hoping they will. Just like even if it has to be like Insomniac's doing Wolverine, even if it has to be like that, at least the gameplay will be better. But still, it's not my favorite. But I'd rather they exist than not exist, maybe. And so it's the most remake games usually are demake, using a lot of AI and censoring, removing stuff for the modern audience. And I say then that's why they shouldn't do it. Just making new games. Battle for the Cowl, let's go. Justice League, let's go. So you are wrong, and your opinions are not only bad, but also harmful to people because they're true. One day you realize how destructive your ignorance is to others through lies. Nope. Or, keep perpetuating bigotry and hatred with truth by using truth. Or marginalized minority. That's lying. Stop lying about your sex. You wouldn't know anything about at all being marginalized minority with traditional bigotry, would you? Yes, they would. Never experienced me to humanize the point of craziness trying to kill you just because you exist. I pray that you learn what you are doing to us is what was done to your ancestors. Excuse me, wait, you know my race? So you do understand that that's not what's going on here, right? See, they treat them in humanity because of a trait they couldn't help. You can help that trait. You can help. You can say to stop lying about Michael's ex. You can do that. Until that time, I just want you to know that your opinions are bad and you should feel bad because of them through lies. I know. Also feeling good because of them through truth. Thank you. I say, sorry, but science does not care about feelings. And the Bible is not about resisting feelings that treat you to sin and being persecuted because of your race. It's not the same as your person saying your chosen lifestyle is wrong and showing you proof that it is. It is not. Next. And so the lack of understanding in your views saddens me through lies. Lack of understanding, because basically, again, this is like with that dude who was pointing out all these these problems in the houses these people were building, cutting corners on, was one of their representatives wanted to take him to ethics class, wanted him to go to ethics class to learn basically how to do ethics, the ethics of their company, not actual real ethics, It's like, you're not supposed to call out, these dangerous things, that cutting corners, you're not supposed to you're not supposed to do that, that's basically the same stuff. Like, lack of understanding of how we're not wrong, right? Hint, hint. And if you saddens me, when you stop believing magic and join us reality, our reality that's we made up, then you and I can have a discussion. And I say, it's interesting you talk about reality as a transgender offender. Well, testicles are male. Medline Plus government, another site talking about how testicles are male. And ovaries are female. Cancer, ovulation, dictator, cancer, terminal definition, ovaries. So, first of all, with testicles, male saying is female, when a girl or not male is lying. First of all, with ovaries, female saying she's a man, a boy, or not female, is also lying. And that goes against reality. Screen gap taken. Sorry, it does. The transgender lifestyle is against reality. The transgender lifestyle is anti-human. That's how it is. Go. So it's hopefully you don't have any more BLM or BLM riots or murderers running free. And thank God, gays are incarcerated lives need to be removed from every seat of power. And so you're just a chill guy. I can be, yes. I was very resolute if I feel it's necessary. So nonchalant about it. You definitely won against them. Cry, shoot tear emojis and prayer hands emoji. I say it's not about beating anyone. It's about helping people learn to live in a better way of life. See you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube, TV, and Art.